Okay, guys, I'm back. Okay, today I want to speak specifically to those people who find themselves in the program called targeted individuals or the targeting program, right? And the reason why I want to speak about this is I want victims to understand that they can get out of it. There are different ways in which a person who finds themselves in this program can get out of it. Okay, now I'm going to explain to you my position and where I'm coming from. Okay, one way in which a person can get out of it is the legal way, meaning you get the forensic evidence, you take them to court, they get prosecuted. I know several people who have had cases in the courts, took these perpetrators and criminals to court, and they were prosecuted, and the targeting ended. One of them actually wrote a book. So for those of you who say a person can never get out of it, that is a lie. Okay. Now, the second way in which a person can get out of this is while they are, let's say, because there are different levels of how this program works. Some people are targeted without implants, and then there are people who are targeted with implants. Okay. When a person is targeted with implants, it is extremely, extremely difficult, but it is possible to reduce a lot of the negative side effects or a lot of the programming by doing certain things. Okay. Another aspect of the program is the use of energy. Okay. Some of these energies we call directed energy weapons, right? And also we have energy emanating from our bodies, okay, as well. And these energies combined with other energetic sources can help us. Why am I saying this? I am saying this because when I came back to the United States last year, I was healthy, I was fine. Much of the pain had disintegrated, and when I got back to the United States, within 3 days, I had two gigantic burn marks on the left side of my leg and on the right side of my leg. They were like this big, from like my knee to my ankles on both sides of on my shins. Okay. Not only that, I started being inundated with directed energy weapon attacks that, it makes you sick, it makes you dizzy, it causes all sorts of biological problems. And it was directed towards me and no one else was picking it up, right? So I was to the point where I was literally withering away on my bed, getting sick and like literally withering away. I made the decision, and I was going, not only that, I was going from doctor to doctor to doctor to, I mean, they sent me to every kind of specialist. Okay. I am telling you this as someone who's been through it. I am not telling you this as someone who's never been through it, trying to give you advice. Okay. So I was bedridden literally for months. There were days I could not get up off that bed because they were hitting me from every direction with every kind of weapon. Okay, and I'm going to tell you some of the things that I did. I'm not going to tell you everything, but I'm going to tell you some of the things that I did. One of the things that I did is I made the decision, okay? I made a consolidated decision that my life was mine. And I made that decision. When I said my life was mine, it meant no one had the right to shorten my life. No one had the right to intercept my life. No one had the right to ruin my life. No one had the right to change the course of my life. That was the first decision I made. The first decision I made was mental. I took back my life. The second decision I made was using age-old remedies. Let me see if I can find it for you. Here it is. The second decision I made was I went out and I bought this. Okay? This is called Cenepods. And when I was a kid growing up in the Caribbean, every 6 months, your parents would give you this herb. Okay? Now, I'm going to speak, I am not religious, but I'm going to speak to religious people who find themselves in this program. This is to just anyone who's sick. But if you find yourself being a victim of these programs, this is who I'm speaking to directly, right? This is called Cenepod, and it's about $1.25 in New York. Okay. The second thing I started doing was I began to purge my system. Let me tell you something about this thing. I don't care what they put inside of you. When this enters your bloodstream, it's coming out. Okay? It is coming. You name it, if it shouldn't be there, it's coming out. I started taking this every Friday night or Saturday night. And when I woke up the next morning, it takes about 6 hours before it starts working. And Americans would not be able, it may be difficult for Americans to take this because this is some of the most powerful cleansing herbs on the planet, okay? This thing, when you put this thing into your system, no sugar, no milk, you just boil it until it's black and you drink it warm to like hot. When this begins to work about 6 hours later, make sure you don't go anywhere the next day. Okay. When this begins to work, it literally pulls out everything that's in your body that shouldn't be there. I began doing this every single Friday or Saturday night. Let me tell you what happened to me. The first day I took this, and I have to mail this out to someone. I just didn't have the time, but I really have to get it to them. But I hope they take it when I do, The first day, victims, I took this. After I went to the bathroom about 4 or 5 times, my energy returned. I was bedridden. I could not stay on that bed. I was filled with energy. I literally got up, put on my track sneakers and went running. And that's something that I did before they started hitting me with this. I think that this has the power to pull the radiation out of your body that they direct at you. I strongly believe it. And there's a reason why I'm saying this. After taking this, I literally felt the cells in my body tingling because I believe they were beginning to be oxygenated again. Okay? And I think this reduced the free radicals in my system. That was the second thing I did. I have not been bedridden since. After taking this, my body began to expel, even on my skin, toxins. So what did I do? I began, when I take a shower, I use baking soda. And I scrub my skin and my body with baking soda. I don't really wear makeup, like foundation, maybe I will sometimes, but I just have lip gloss and like mascara on, right? So I began to oxygenate because that's what baking powder does. Okay. It oxygenates the cells. Okay. So I began washing my body after I soap and stuff with baking powder. Okay. And I'll tell you this, the burns are gone. The discoloration from the burns are almost gone. Okay. And my skin has healed, except for like a couple of things that just needs to like fade and stuff like that. Okay. The third thing I did, was while they had me bedridden, okay? While they had me bedridden, because I guess they were pissed that, I don't know what they were pissed about, who cares? While they had me bedridden, I was in innumerable pain, and they kept sending me from specialist to specialist. This was just a couple of months ago. I have like a medical file this big of just medical specialists that they kept sending me to. Okay, when I began taking this and I combined it with yoga, okay, just yoga stretches to realign, okay, my pain went from my pain threshold, which was, I thought was like 120, is literally now 1%. The only 1% of pain that I get is from the implants. That's it. That's basically the pain I got. I was literally bedridden. My pain threshold was literally 120. If you were to measure it 0 to 100, it was 120. Okay, my pain right now is literally less than 1%, and it's only because of the feedback. Now, the fourth thing I want you to know is that I want you to understand something about this program. Okay, all programs are computer generated. Whether you call it a motherboard, whether you call it a database, whether you call it the artificial intelligence, or everything in this world is computer automated. Okay? And I'm speaking specifically about the targeting program. Why is this important? It is important because if you understand that this program is multidimensional, but it's a tech program that is computer automated, this will help you to extricate yourself from it. The second thing I want you to understand is that the people, not just the people who don't understand and they're just watching you, no, the people who are paid to harass you, understand that they are A, just like you, and B, remote controlled, just like they're trying to get you to be. Now, how can you get yourself out of this? I'm going to tell you what I did, okay? You have to change the way you think. You have to change the way you think. Because this is a computer program responds by what you put into it. And the output is based upon what you put into this computer program. The targeting program is a computer generated program. If you put every single day into this computer program, I'm being gang stalked, I'm being followed, this is happening to me, I have pain, I'm sick, no one wants to help me, I feel suicidal, I'm going to do this is negative, this is negative, negative. Because it is a computer generated simulation, the output is what the computer is going to do. It's going to calibrate everything you say, because that's how computers work. Everything you say, and it's going to treat it as a command, and it's going to automate itself. It's going to program itself to do, and that's what generate. Once you discover this secret about the targeting program, once you discover this secret that it is a computer automated, generated response to whatever stimuli or into it, that is what the output is going to be. So what do you need to do to reverse this? Watch what you say. Let me tell you something. Those of you, and I am not even dealing with the part of the program that's controlled by entities in the other realm. Okay, that's another part I'm leaving out, but I'm explaining to you the basis of this book. And I'm not the only person who discovered this. Many people have discovered this and were able to get themselves out of it. And since I've been doing this, it's gone from here, it's gone from literally 200 to minus, 100. And I'm like, if I can do it, anyone can do it. Okay? Now, what I need you to understand is this. The billionaire tech guys, they're all pushing brain to computer interface. Listen carefully to the words. Brain to computer interface. Where the computer, you download everything that's in the human psyche, brain, mind, and human psyche into a computer. The computer hijacks it because it's all illegal. The computer hijacks it and basically acts like you. Whatever you put into that computer, Elon Musk talked about it. Bill Gates spoke about this. The former Google executive, I can't remember her name. She did a whole, panel on this. I'm not telling you things that's not going on. Whatever you put into that computer is what the computer is going to output. This is the secret to the targeting program. So how do you beat this? Okay. If you find yourself in this program, this is what you have to do. You have to understand that it is a computer simulated program. The most important thing you do is maintain your life. Maintain a sense of as much normalcy as possible. Number two, you can study the targeting program without feeding the targeting program. Okay, how do you study it without feeding? You can study all the things that occur so you're knowledgeable about how the program works, but you do not, when this person does something, you do not react to everything they do, because when you react, that computer system generates a response based on your input. And the more you react, the greater degree of response you will get. So what do? You do the opposite. Not only that, that is also good for your health. You cannot be reactionary every single second of the day without becoming mentally unstable. So the things you want to do is you want to keep as much normalcy as possible. Now I'm going to explain to you how to deal with things like people who, stuff like that. Understand, A, those people are paid. B, those people are implanted and controlled. And C, some of those people are implanted and controlled by the same computer system. They may not know it, but that's what they are. Because when you look into the eyes of some of these people, you don't see a soul. You don't see a soul. Have you ever noticed that? When you look into the eyes of some of them, there's no soul. So what's enlightening them? What's giving them life? Have you ever thought about that? You don't feed it. And if you are going to feed it, is this: happiness, peacefulness, joy, kindness, sharing. You feed it good things, but you draw a line in the sand, okay, and you put up boundaries. One of the things you have to do is, if you find yourself deep in the midst of this program, you have to clean your energies. Because this program, even though it's a tech program, it runs on energy. Just like your computer runs on electrical energy, this program runs on electrical energy from a computer system, but it's also hooked up to directed energy. And the human is powered by energy. So you have to clean, and there are two ways to clean it. One, herbs. It may not be this herb, but any herb that can purify your blood, clean your stomach, clean your brain, clean your cells, clean your organs, and allow all of that waste to pass through the body. Make sure the waste is coming out of your body. Otherwise, you're not being cleaned. Okay, because I've heard people saying, oh, they detox and they detox. And I'm like, did you pass anything when you go to the bathroom? No, then you're not being clean. All that waste is still there. You got to make sure that after you did the cleanse on the throne, excuse my language, you sit on the throne, passing that waste down the sewer. Okay, you got to clean your body. There is a link between cleaning your physical body and cleaning your energy. And you want to try to keep it as clean as possible. Why? Because they hate clean energy. They literally despise clean energy. You want to clean your physical body, and you want to clean your aura around you. And you want an energetic shield up around you. And they hate it. You're going to see them. I'm telling you, you're going to see these gang stalking perps from a little corner, and they're going to be watching you like, really, you're going to see them. And it's like there's a barrier between you and them. They can't come close, and you're not going to get into their energy. Okay? Much of this, understand the targeting program is a computer-based program. Whatever you put into it is what you get out of it. Remember that. The second thing is you have to clean your body, okay? And clean your vibrational energy around you. And you have to change the fourth thing, change your mindset. If your mindset every single day is they did this to me, they did this to me, and I'm a victim, and this happened to me, and how could they do this to me, and I'm innocent, and this and that, do this and that, if every single, and I saw them do this, and I followed them here, and I saw them, they were at the parking lot, and then I saw them over here, and they did this to me, and they did that to me, and they did that to me. The computer will record every aspect of it, and the computer will output exactly what you put in. Ignore. Ignore. Do not react. Keep calm, okay? Keep calm and keep it moving. And when you put something into this computer-generated program, make sure it is positive and constructive, because that's what the computer will put out. And lastly, whatever you love doing, begin doing it again. And don't say, I don't have money to do it. Okay? If you love taking a walk, take a walk. If you love going to the park and enjoying the park and sitting in nature, do that. If you love going to the movies, go to the movies. Don't go to the movies and say, oh my God, I'm at the movie alone because they ruined my life. Who cares? Go to the movie, enjoy the movies. If you love taking trips, do that. If you love shopping, do that. Whatever it is you love doing, begin to put that back into the program, because this program is designed in a way to rob you of your life and rob you of your years. And you cannot spend your years. You cannot spend your years losing your life watching every single thing it does. And for those of you who are afraid, get back out there and look for work. Get back, but before you do, make sure you put yourself in the right mindset so that when you encounter people, Let people see and meet the genuine you. And when they meet the genuine you, okay, it will be more difficult for them to believe the lies perpetrated against you. Okay? There is a way out, people. I did it. I did it, and I'm living it. And I'm living it with implants here, implants here, implants here, implants all down here. And I'm doing it. There was a time I couldn't even walk outside because I was laughed at and people hated me for no reason. And now when I go outside, people actually want to hear what I have to say and how I ended up in this mess. Okay? If I can do it, so can you. Have a great day.